Have you witnessed this scene before?
And then I told him, bro, my new AI startup is going to change the universe. I mean, I've been working out 6 times a week, crushing my goals, living my absolute best life.
Actually, Steven, my grandmother just passed away yesterday and—
Wow, that's crazy, but listen to this. Yesterday, I bought a new blender. It has 3 speeds. 3! It matches my blue polo perfectly.
Mr. Cheng's grandmother died yesterday. Steven never found out. We all know as Steven, and if we're being completely honest with ourselves, sometimes we are Steven. Not because we're bad people, but because we live in a world that has quietly trained us to broadcast. Think about it. Every platform we use asks us the same question. What do you think? What does your life look like? What is your opinion? We've spent years practicing the art of transmitting, and somewhere in that process, many of us have slowly lost the habit of receiving. And here's something I've been thinking about. There's a pattern that tends to show up in human connection, or the lack of it. When we walk into a conversation focused on what we want to say, we often miss what the other person actually needs to be heard. And people tend to feel that absence, not always consciously, but somewhere, something registers. The feeling of being reduced to an audience rather than a person. There's a quote that has stuck with me since the very first day I heard it. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can in 2 years of trying to get other people interested in you. One of the quieter hungers in human nature seems to be the desire to feel that what we carry, our thoughts, our losses, our small victories, matters to someone else. When a conversation consistently flows in one direction, that hunger often goes unmet, and people can walk away feeling a little more alone than before, without quite knowing why. Mr. Cheng wasn't looking for advice. He wasn't looking for competition. He was carrying something heavy, and all he needed was a single moment of genuine attention. A moment where someone asked, "How are you?" and actually waited for the answer. There's a difference between listening and waiting to speak, and people are often quite good at sensing which one is happening. This isn't about being endlessly selfless or performing curiosity you don't feel. It's simpler than that. It's about being genuinely interested in the universe that exists inside the person sitting right across from you. Because every single person you've ever met is carrying something you know nothing about. I am not here to tell you what to do with that. Most of us, myself included, have been Steven in some conversation on some day without realizing it. But I'd like to leave you with something worth sitting with. What if the most interesting thing in any room isn't what you have to say, but what you might discover if you stayed quiet long enough to actually listen? Think about the last time someone made you feel truly heard. What did they do differently? And do you remember that person? And honestly, in your last few conversations, were you listening? Or were you waiting for your turn? Drop your answer below. I'm genuinely curious. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you next time.